Hello and welcome to the Big Dumb Post Show. What is going on today?
Happy Monday. Before we start anything, shout out to the Roadrunners for winning a championship. My kids, volleyball.
Oh, okay,
13,
okay,
won.
okay. Nice.
The South
Very
Suburban
nice.
Roadrunners crushed the competition. I don't think they lost a game. In
That's
fact,
really
I know
cool.
they didn't. 3 matches, no games lost.
And they won, like they are
Saturday.
the champions
Champions
in their division for kids volleyball.
Yep.
Hey, that's fun.
I know.
I love that they named
It was
them
fun.
the Roadrunners.
Well, they were only the Roadrunners the last couple weeks. Before that, they didn't have a name. They couldn't agree on a name.
Yeah.
A lot of infighting.
I love when kids come up with their own names for
Yep.
their sports team.
Yep.
And
Yep.
it'll be like Echo Blast, and you're like, oh, okay. Like whatever maybe. Also
What?
shout out.
I do. Just one quick side.
Yeah.
I went to this
I
game.
invited Big Mike.
Oh,
He witnessed the championship.
I went to the championships. I've never been this before. I mean, Fizz said it's allowed to cheer. Now, Fizz was going in, very go Roadrunners, but also kind of on the other team. And what we didn't realize for a minute was the mom next to me was like the mom of one of the kids. And I think Fizz hurt the kids' feelings.
On the other team. So you were sitting next to the competition.
How did I hurt? Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what? She offered us a drink. She offered to.
How did I hurt her kids' feelings?
Because you were chilling very loudly for yoga.
My kids
I
were
would too.
dominating.
Yeah, I would
So
too.
did I.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when it's appropriate to, like, when your kid is playing, you can be like, and suck it to the other team. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like, you've got to throw in stuff like that. You've got to desensitize these kids early.
Yes,
that
builds character.
Did you tell that kid she's not his real mom?
Yep,
Stuff like
I
that.
did.
Good.
I
Yep.
did.
You got to go.
I'm your
in.
dad.
You know what I
now.
mean? Yes. Yes. Ask your mom. I mean, you got to wreck it. You got to get in their head.
Absolutely.
God.
So that was fun.
That is fun.
Let's see. I want to ask you if I did something right.
This is the strangest thing that you've ever done in this post show, because as we left our real show, you were like, I know you do this all the time.
You do it all the time.
I don't know if I did it right.
I haven't done it in years.
I thought about you when I did it, and I was like,
it felt wrong as I was doing it.
Wow.
I didn't know the processes. I didn't know the steps, the correct order of steps.
Oh God.
I was lost during.
Okay.
And then I was thinking of you. How do I get out of this?
So weird, right?
For the first time in years, Friday night, I took a bath. It felt weird. I didn't know what to do with any of it.
Why?
I was like,
You hate baths.
I hate baths. I don't like to sit in my own filth, just float in my own filth.
Yeah, but also we found out that you only shower twice a week. So yeah, you're filthy.
Filthy.
You are a filthy human being.
Okay, so it's Friday. It's cold. It's chilly. It's soup weather.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just moved into an apartment with a bathtub, which I haven't had. Our old house, the old house I lived in, had a bathtub, but it was the kids' bathtub, and it was smaller. And
Yeah.
so I haven't taken a bath since a Mexico trip. I think probably 10 years ago is the last time I took a bath.
Now, this is when we saw your apartment when you were getting ready to move in. I think there was a conversation about what a nice bath it was.
It's
and
big.
like, yeah,
It's
like you have a
roomy.
really nice bathroom, and you're like, I'll never use it. I'm glad that you did.
I did. It felt right.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm by myself. It's cold. I'm gonna
in.
take a bath.
Okay. I took a bath on Friday too.
You take a bath every night, you weirdo.
I love taking a bath.
Why? Nothing
it's like
about it was
just
great.
A blanket of water. It's perfect.
Okay. So I'm standing there and I'm like, okay, well, what do I do first? Do I I mean, because I used to give my kids baths too, but they're older. It's been probably, 5 years since I've given a kid a bath
did
too.
You just dump a bunch of toys in out of habit.
Yes. So I start turning on the water and I dump in, I think just body wash because I don't have bubble bath.
Okay.
So just body wash.
Just body wash. Okay.
It made bubbles.
Okay.
So I'm thinking to myself, okay, when do I get in? Do I get in while it's filling up or at the end?
Yeah.
So that was my question. So I put a foot in and stood there, 1 foot in, 1 foot out while it filled up. And I was like, but it's too hot. I don't know. Do I add
And this is where you thought of me.
Yes, I'm like, Tracy would know. She's got her best practices for taking a bath. I could really use her help right now.
I do. Oh, I know exactly once the water gets to a certain level, I know exactly when to switch the temp. I mean, I had a
hard time regulating the temperature.
Now it's going to take you some time, because you've got to really explore the space a little, right? You've got to figure out what you like. That's what the college years are for. That's when you're like,
right.
I took a bath like 3 times this weekend.
Different types of baths too.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Gotta see what I need.
Okay.
I never thought I would do that, but I did.
So I didn't know. I was like, okay, so I'm half in, I'm half out. It's filling up. When do I get in? I got in.
They're like superhero
Yeah,
style.
yeah. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I made it dark. I turned on music and I lit candles.
Good job.
Right?
Solid start.
I had a nice like Zen situation.
Yeah.
Other than I didn't know any of the processes. I was stressed out. When do I get out? How long can I be in here?
At what point during Peter Cetera's Glory to Love, Glory of Love, do I get in? For those that don't know, he's a huge Peter Cetera fan.
Oh God, that would have went hard. I didn't listen to any Peter Cetera while I was in the bath by myself with candles.
Problem is, he filled the tub up all the way. Didn't realize that you have to amount for yours. So he got in there, took the candles out.
No, but suds were going over, and I was like, "Oh no! I put in too much water.
You flew too close to the sun." Yeah, it'll happen. It'll happen.
And then as it was getting cold and I was enjoying my time, I'm like, okay, so I'm going to let some water out and then replace that water with
hotter water.
But then the hot water was going right on my no-no spot.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Because I was really in there.
Okay.
And that didn't feel nice. That was too hot.
Were you straddling the hose? Were you straddling?
I'm tall. You guys, I'm tall. In order for me to fit in this bathtub, I was doing this. I was doing this.
Relax.
I'm just going to tell you. And then I didn't know. I was like, well, how do I get all this soap off me? Do I have to take a shower now? So then I had to rinse off and take a shower.
Yeah.
And it was just so cumbersome.
How do you feel about it now?
I'm never doing it again.
Why?
Because there's so many steps.
No, you've got to, maybe you expected too much from the bath. Like you went in with candles.
Yeah.
And music. This is like, if it's your first time, you don't do tricks. You stick to the basics. And that's what you need to do. Okay, so I want you to try it again. And I want you to, when it's halfway full, put the foot in. If the temp is what you like, get in. Just
while it's running.
Get in. Yeah, I mean, you don't want it to be like thigh level because that's just weird. You look kind of vulnerable. You know what I mean? You're just going to
rinse off? I didn't rinse off first, and I felt like that was a mistake because now it's all just dirty water.
Well, that weirds you out so much that I don't see myself as that dirty.
No, neither. I mean, neither do I.
Yeah,
but I didn't
fine.
know to take a shower first, bath, then shower again. I didn't do the first one.
You just bath. Bath.
Okay, so I did that right.
All you need to do. You don't need
all
to shower
of it felt
before or
awkward
after.
And weird and wrong.
Oh my God, it's the best thing ever. You need to get some salts. They effervesce. I know you would like it. You see them light up. I am a man who will fight for your honor.
I'm sure
it's just bubbling.
The generic like Dove Travel body gel didn't help.
Yeah, that didn't hit hard for you. No, you need to get some like those like bath salts, the magnesium. Good, it'll de-stress you. Lavender scented. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. Nice. You can get it in a bubble bath too. Oh, I know what we're getting him for Christmas. I do.
Part that he's leaving out when he talks about he was pouring soap in. He literally had like 60 hotel.
They're there, so you're supposed to take them.
So he was just put in like some Hilton.
Yes.
You were.
When else am I
brands.
going to use them?
Yeah, you're mixing brands.
It wasn't like he was just putting in some red spice.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I think you need to simplify.
I MacGyvered it. I didn't have bubble bath, so I MacGyvered it.
I
made it work.
You expected too much that first time.
I did. You
got to stick to the fundamentals.
Yeah. But it did last longer than I expected.
Well, good. Once you get in, it's so nice.
It was not.
So
it was.
nice.
It was fine, right?
Yes.
Like the hot water and
Oh.
the soap, the suds, and
After I was at,
I didn't know where to put my
all
head.
Where your head? Oh, you just lay it back on the thing. You can put a towel behind you.
Oh,
Get your,
it was hard.
I look at me, just like out of habit, put my hair up as we were talking about this. I get so excited for a bath. You just lay back. It's so nice.
But it took forever too. It's so time consuming.
It is. That's my point. And I think that's probably when I tell you stories of living with all dudes, and kids and stuff, that is my space.
Okay.
So maybe that's why my baths are like an hour.
Do you have one of those things where you put your book and your bottle of wine for you?
Yeah.
Bottle of wine, like one of those little shelves, and have have some Tracy time.
But that's on my Christmas list this year.
Okay.
I said I wasn't buying you gifts. It's not that I don't want one.
Next time I try this, so because I knew you would have been able to tell. Next time I will FaceTime you while I get in, and you can give me pointers.
Please don't ever. If I ever get a FaceTime from you, first of all, it is denied immediately. Jesus. We never. Well, how many times do you think we've spoken on the phone to
Twice.
each other? We're like
one
texters.
hand.
Yeah, it is one hand. The times we've spoken on the phone to each other. And I like it that way.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, it's the best. Jesus. Okay. Can we talk about the parade for a second?
Let's
we
talk
have time.
about.
We have time. We don't have time limits on this thing.
Let's talk about horse poop.
We're going to post show. Okay. We have 4 minutes. Oh, someone else is coming in. All right, let's talk about horse crap for a quick second here. Let me just fix this. All right. Over the weekend, it was the Broadway parade. And the Halloween parade, right?
Great.
So fun. You guys came down after the volleyball tournament. AJ was doing a dance thing in the parade for his performing arts school. Really fun day. I didn't know this parade existed. I've lived in Denver for 11 years. It's crazy. It will now be a yearly thing that we do. Amazing and fun.
So fun.
So AJ is like, of all my kids, he will have the least amount of details about what you're going to do even that day. Like, AJ, what is this performance? I don't know. We find out that it's a parade the day before.
Oh man.
I know. And he's doing this dance routine in performing arts school. They have to take some body movement classes, and they did this Thriller thing, and they're going to do it in the parade, this Thriller dance.
They're doing
so
this.
Cute, right? The whole deal. So I see him in the parade, and they've all got skull things on. They look awesome. And I can tell, even with a mask on and the hoodie like this, his body language is he's off. Like, he's not having a good time. Like, shoulders were kind of like that. He just kind of felt it. I was like, like one of his hands, he was like kind of like this. And I'm like,
he was a zombie. Maybe he was acting.
Right. Like, but something seemed like really off. So we pick him up where the parade ends on Alameda and Broadway. And I was like, AJ, and I wave him over, and I'm like, hey, how was it? He goes, I put my hand in horse crap. And I was like, what? Why? How did it happen? He goes, when we were doing our dance, he's taking his mask off at the other end. When we're doing our dance, we had to get down on the ground and crawl like zombies, and he couldn't see with his mask on. Stuck his hand right in horse crap. Oh my God, right?
That would wreck anyone's day.
Anyone's day. On top of it, he is the kid, like when he was little, if he got sticky hands, if food touched, he is so weirded out by all of that stuff anyway. A smell would throw him off, and he'd never eat that food again. He was off that entire parade. That poor thing stuck his hand.
Oh, man.
In horse crap.
And it was on him.
Just on him. So there's a random dad out there in Denver that saw it happen and was like, hey, kid, come here, and gave him like wet wipes. Because it's like he was so embarrassed. And then he thought it was filmed for TV. And he's like, everyone on TV just saw it. I'm like,
yes.
There's not like drone coverage, kid. Like, oh my God, you're fine. You're fine.
I feel like next year, the teachers don't have them touch Broadway with their hands, because on Broadway's best day, it's filthy. Then you add horse poop to the situation.
Yeah.
That kid needs, I hope he's still washing his hands.
No, I put him up for adoption. He's gone.
Okay,
Yeah,
good. That's what I would do.
I was like, not coming
Forever
in.
tainted.
No baths could be salty enough for you.
If
kid.
I'm ever at your house and I see him like take something like a chip,
Oh, God.
I'll be like, oh, I'm not eating from that bowl now. Forever tainted.
All right, you guys, have a fantastic day.
Bye.